welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about the difference between having a break and being lazy. I got asked this question on my Instagram Q&A that I did. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my handle is at Jodie Walker with an A because the Walker with an ER was taken already. So I wanted to answer it because it's a good question. From what I find working with a lot of clients and speaking to a lot of you, there's two types of people. There's the people that could probably do with taking a break but are too scared to because they think they'll lose progress, when in actual fact they'll probably make better progress by having a break. Rest is very important, whether your goal is fat loss or muscle gain. And then there's the people that are probably taking too many breaks out of laziness. So I want to go over the difference today and also give you some tips to deal with being lazy, how to get out of it, and go through some of the situations where you might need to actually take a break, whether that is from your diet or from your training. So first of all, what is the actual difference between taking breaks and being lazy? The biggest difference is obviously the intent behind it. A break should be very intentional and it should have a time frame to it. So there needs to be a reason for taking the break that gives you that intent behind having it. So it might be that you are sick and so I'm going to take a break until I feel better. And so it's got that deadline on the end. Or maybe you're going away on vacation and you have been working really hard and you decide that you actually need to take a break. So you say, I'm going to go away, have a break completely, and when I get back in 2 weeks' time, I will get back into it. That is the key with taking a break. You have to have that intent, a good reason behind it, and then you have to have a time frame to it. And it's very important you stick to that time frame. So when you get back from your vacation, you actually get back into training straight away, or maybe you get back from vacation and you've given yourself an extra week to, settle back into life and not get overwhelmed by everything going on at once. But that's fine, but just do what you said you will do. If you said you're gonna come back from vacation, have a week off, and then get back into things, get back into things after having that week off. It is very important that you follow through on what you say you are going to do, because as soon as you start getting into a habit of not following through, that's when you end up not achieving what you want to achieve at the end of the day. And I think that self-integrity, like being able to do what you say you'll do, is a skill, and it's something that can be developed, and you develop it by doing it more. So always do what you say you'll do. In terms of having breaks, there's so many situations where it might be really appropriate for you to have a break. For example, with training, even with your nutrition, if your goal is fat loss or if it's muscle gain, it can be very beneficial, not only physically but mentally, to have a break when you're going on vacation, or even if you're not going anywhere, just to schedule in a break that you can look forward to after a period of time. So say you're like, okay, I'm going to do this 12-week block of training. I'm going to go super hard. I'm going to be super dialed on my nutrition. And then after that 12 weeks, I'm going to have a break. I'm either going to deload my training, or maybe I'm going to have a break from the gym altogether and do a different type of activity in the meantime. That's really good mentally for you, so you don't get sick of your training, and also with your dieting, because dieting is hard, especially if you're in a calorie deficit. So implementing an actual scheduled diet break and bringing your calories back up to maintenance can be really beneficial, so you keep that motivation, and it can also help with your hormones in terms of bringing them back up to a maintenance level, so then when you start the deficit again, your body actually responds, because your body adapts to every stimulus that you put on it, right? So it will get used to the deficit, and you, instead of just keeping increasing the deficit, you can implement strategic diet breaks to actually help you slow down those plateaus by resetting your hormones again and helping your body continue to respond. So if you do have any more questions about diet breaks, please send me an email. I'm happy to answer. Put my email in the description box for you. They are a very good tool that you can implement in so many ways. Another one as well, if you're female and you know, get PMS and you get really moody and demotivated and hungry and cravings, diet breaks are a great thing to implement during that week, just to prevent you going completely overboard with your eating. It's better to go up to maintenance and stay in control than to succumb to those cravings and the hunger, which is totally normal, and then go overboard and fall off track. So breaks are fine, they just have to have intent behind them. In terms of your training, if you take a break for 2 weeks to a month and your goal has been muscle building, it's actually a really good thing. Like, as long as it's not forever and it's not super frequently, but having time off from the gym helps your muscles repair, helps your tendons repair, and just your joints. Like, you're gonna go back into training feeling so recovered, and you know, muscle grows during the recovery process. It doesn't grow while you're at the gym. So it's really important to allow yourself that rest and recovery time, not only just during the week by not training too frequently, or like having the appropriate split if you are training 5 or 6 days a week, but also throughout the year, like having some time off and really letting your body fully recover can help so much. You're going to go back into the gym feeling so much stronger and refreshed, and you're going to hit PBs, and like your performance is going to improve, and that's going to lead to greater gains long term. So don't feel like having a break is going to cause you to lose progress. It is not. You have to stop thinking short term and think long term. Long term, it is actually going to help your progress. So that's having breaks. Now I want to get on to being lazy. Now, breaks are intentional. Being lazy is a habit. That's all it is. So if you are someone that is wanting to do more, but you can't push yourself and you can't get motivated, and you're always making excuses for why, it's just because your habit is that of being a lazy person, or your habits are that of being a lazy person. And that's not a bad thing, that's just honest. And if you can be aware of it and own that, that means you can then do something about it. So instead of being like, oh, I really should go to the gym, but I can't be bothered, I'm just gonna sit and watch TV instead, being aware of that and being aware of the fact you're just being lazy that's a start to help you change that habit. So in order to stop being so lazy, you really have to have intent again. Like, intention is so important in your life. So having intent on when you're going to take these breaks, and then having intent on how you're going to change your habits, or what you can do to change your habits. And it doesn't have to be everything at once. I actually don't recommend that. I recommend getting good at implementing a few new habits at a time, even just one habit at a time. Say you want to improve your diet, like start adding 1 serve of vegetables per day, and until you've done that for 30 days straight, don't worry about anything else. Focus on that one thing. Or maybe you're a bit more advanced and you need to focus on tracking your food every day for 30 days straight and just hitting those calorie targets that are based on your goal. Do that for 30 days straight, and that is how you start to, change your habits. So instead of going to what you would normally do, you start to naturally, after 30 days, you'll start to naturally then, where's my vegetable that I'm gonna have? And that's when you can start adding another habit in for 30 days, and another one, until you're slowly and surely implementing all these habits that actually serve your goal, and in the meantime getting rid of habits that don't serve your goal. So if being lazy encompasses a number of habits, like it's basically just not doing the things that you know you should do or that you said you would do. So make a promise to yourself that you'll do these habits that you need to do that will support your goal for 30 days straight, and follow through on your word. Have that self-integrity, practice self-integrity, and do what you said you would do. That way you're going to build some really strong new habits that will support your goal and gradually get rid of all those habits that are keeping you lazy and habits that are keeping you stuck. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're keeping safe with everything crazy going on in the world right now. And if you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I'm here for you. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get something out of it. I will see you in the next video.